everybody, this is Ananya Sikdar and welcome back to my channel Tuning with Mass Communication. Today I am going to discuss on the topic types of radio. So first comes public radio. Public broadcasting is broadcasting made for the public, funded by the public and controlled by the public. This is the broadcasting which is made for the public and funded by the public and controlled by the public. Public broadcasting must be accessible to all and diverse enough to appeal to all. Public service broadcasters are protected from political and commercial pressures, therefore allowing them the best serve the public's rights, the freedom of expression and freedom of information. This is why public broadcasting has such a crucial role to play in democratic societies. This means these public service broadcasters are not under the control of political and commercial pressure. It allows the best to serve the public rights, the freedom of expression and freedom of information. This is why it plays a crucial role to play in democratic societies. Then the features. Features are accessible to all, serving the public interest in all its shape, emphasize on quality, balance and impartiality, commitment to education of the public, freedom to produce challenging and controversial programming, independent from political and commercial interference, forum for the expression of national cultural identity, All India Radio, the public service radio in India to promote information, education and entertainment. This means this public radio is accessible to all and it serves the public interest. It emphasizes on quality, balance and impartiality. It also commits to the education to the public, and it produce freedom to produce challenging and controversial programming because it is not under the control of any political or commercial. Then it is independent from political and commercial interference. It means there is no interference of political and commercial. Forum for the expression of national cultural identity. And this All India Radio is the public service radio in India to promote information, education and entertainment. Now comes private radio. A radio transmitting station carrying on the message service for business purpose but not open to public. This is not open to public. This private radio is transmitting station for the business purpose only. It is the broadcasting radio programming by privately owned corporate media as opposed to state sponsorship. Means there is no sponsorship from the state. It is privately owned corporate media. It is also called commercial broadcasting. It is primarily based on the practice of airing radio advertisement for profit. Now comes community radio. Public radio and community radio have many similarities. Both are part of the non-commercial media sector, meaning they are not operated for the purpose of creating a profit for individual owners. Community radio are operated for the benefit shuffle local community. This means that this is not used for the individual purpose. It is for the community, for the benefit of the local community. It generally has local programming provided by volunteers and local community members. They are expression of the particular communities they serve and can have electric programming ranging from educational to talk, music advocacy, news and cultural programs. This means it generally has a local programming, okay, provided by volunteers and local community members. They are expression of the particular communities, which range from educational to talk, music advocacy, news and cultural programs. And see, it can be owned by colleges and universities, groups of individuals, city agencies and non-profits. They may also receive some local government funding as well as support by individual foundation and other organization. Okay, so now comes, it enables individuals, groups and communities to tell their own stories, to share experience, and in a media rich world to become creators and contributors of media. See, this community radio is nothing but it works for the community. It is set up in the specific community to for the members of that community, especially for the local people of that community. They can come and share their own stories, can share experience, okay, which can create some contribution to the media, which is benefit for the community. In many parts of the world, community radio acts as a vehicle for the community and voluntary sector, civil society, agencies and NGOs and citizens to work in partnership to further community development aims in addition to broadcasting. This means community radio is the vehicle for the community, because this is the program which is mostly promoted for the community, where the people of the community, member of the community, can come voluntarily and have a program. It can be of any topic, their personal experience, their talks, any news of that community. Okay, this community radio is for the social benefits, social objectives and social gain as a part of the definition. This, okay, so it is mainly for the community radio, is mainly set up for the social benefits, social objective and social gain. Now comes internet radio. It is a digital audio service transmitted via the internet. Broadcasting on the internet is usually referred to the webcasting, since it is not transmitted broadly through wireless means. It will be used as a stand-alone device running through the internet or as a software running through a single computer. This means it is a digital audio service which is transmitted via the internet. Okay, it is not transmitted broadly through wireless means. And this broadcasting on the internet usually refer to the webcasting. It is generally used to communicate and easily spread messages through the form of talks. It involves streaming media, presenting listeners with a continuous stream of audio that typically cannot be paused or replayed. Means it cannot be paused or replayed. It is a continuous stream of audio. It is also distinct from podcasting, which involves downloading rather than streaming. Okay. Now comes internet radio services offer news, sports, talk and various genres of music. The first internet radio service was launched in 1993. As of 2017, the most popular internet radio platform and the applications in the world includes TuneIn Radio, Heart Radio and Sirius XM. Now the last type of radio, that is ham radio. This ham radio is also known as amateur radio. Is the use of radio frequency spectrum for purpose of non-commercial exchange or messages, wireless, experimentation, self-training, private recreation, radio sport, contesting and emergency communication. So this is private radio. This is mainly the purpose of this is non-commercial exchange of messages, wireless, experimentation, recreation. It is for, and specific individual. It is not for any commercial exchange, it is for non-commercial exchange. The term amateur is used to specify a duly authorized person interested in radio electric practice with a purely personal aim and without pecuniary interest. This means it is for an authorized person who is interested in radio electric practice, for the person who all are interested in the practice of this electric radio, and this is purely for personal aim and there is no monetary interest. The amateur radio service is established by the International Telecommunication Union through the radio regulation. Radio amateurs use a variety of voice, text, image and data communications modes and have access to frequency allocations throughout the radio frequency spectrum. This enables communication across a city, region, country, continent, the world, or even into space. Okay, so this is the ham radio. This is for the self training, and it can own by a person. It can for a person who is interested in radio practice, and it is purely have a personal aim. Okay, and it was established by the International Telecommunication Union through the radio regulations. And this radio amateur use a variety of voice, text, image because it's for a personal purpose. Have access to frequency allocation through the radio frequency spectrum. It enables communication across a city, okay, region, country, continent, or into space. Thank you. So this was the explanation of types of radio.